What really happened with Diana and Dodi? Prepare to be shocked as we unravel the untold truth of Diana and Dodi, a tale of love, loss, and legacy that has been shrouded in mystery for decades. From the aristocratic corridors of the Spencer family to the glittering yet treacherous world of the British monarchy, Diana's journey was anything but ordinary. Her life was a whirlwind of glamour, controversy, and heartbreak. But what about her relationship with Dodi Fayed? What secrets were they hiding, and how did their tragic end change the course of history? Stay tuned as we delve into the depths of their story, peeling back the layers of intrigue and deception. This is the untold truth. Diana and Dodi, a journey into the heart of a royal scandal that continues to captivate the world. Get ready, because nothing will ever be the same again. A childhood marked by upheaval, shaping Diana's character. While Diana's aristocratic upbringing appeared idyllic on the surface, it was marred by turbulent family dynamics that profoundly impacted her formative years. The acrimonious divorce of her parents, Viscount and Viscountess Althorpe, cast a long shadow over her childhood, leaving lasting emotional repercussions that shaped her personality, values, and approach to life. The high-profile split, occurring in 1969 when Diana was just 8 years old, became a scandal within aristocratic circles. Diana and her siblings found themselves caught in the crossfire of a bitter custody battle, which ultimately resulted in their mother losing custody and leaving the family home. This experience left young Diana feeling abandoned and insecure, longing for the stability and love of a united family. As she poignantly reflected years later, it was a very wishy-washy and painful experience. The biggest disruption was when Mummy decided to leg it. That's the word used by the Spencers. She legged it. We were all left to pick up the pieces. The emotional turmoil of her parents' divorce had a significant impact on Diana's ability to form lasting and trusting relationships. A sense of insecurity and a fear of abandonment followed her into adulthood, influencing her personal interactions and later playing a role in the challenges she faced within her own marriage. Despite the upheaval, Diana found solace and support in her siblings. She shared a particularly close bond with her two older sisters, Sarah and Jane, who provided companionship and a sense of normalcy amidst the family turmoil. Their close relationship endured throughout Diana's life, offering a refuge outside the glare of the royal spotlight. Her relationship with her younger brother, Charles, while close during their childhood, was more complex and experienced periods of strain, particularly following their father's death and during the aftermath of Diana's divorce. Diana's difficult childhood experiences fueled a strong desire to create a stable and loving family of her own. This became evident in her unwavering dedication to her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. She was determined to provide them with the emotional security and support that she had craved as a child, shielding them as much as possible from the pressures and scrutiny of royal life. A budding nurturer, Diana's early passions and the seeds of compassion. While Diana's formal education may not have been her strongest suit, her formative years revealed a caring and empathetic individual, with a passion for the arts and a natural affinity for working with children. These early interests and experiences laid the foundation for her future role as the people's princess, foreshadowing her dedication to helping others and making a difference in the world. Diana's educational journey followed a traditional path for young women of her aristocratic background. She attended boarding schools, including Riddlesworth Hall School and Westheath Girls' School, where she engaged in a conventional curriculum. However, academics proved to be a challenge, and she struggled with exams. Instead, Diana's strengths shone through in her vibrant personality, athletic abilities, and passion for extracurricular activities. Despite her academic challenges, Diana demonstrated a keen interest in the arts, particularly music and dance. She took piano lessons and enjoyed participating in school plays and musicals, revealing her creative spirit and love for self-expression. Her true passion, however, lay in dance. From a young age, Diana dreamed of becoming a ballerina, dedicating herself to ballet lessons and displaying both talent and grace. Although her tall stature eventually prevented her from pursuing a professional career in dance, her love for the art form remained constant throughout her life. This passion later translated into her patronage of the English National Ballet and her ongoing support for dance as an art form. Her background in dance undoubtedly contributed to the graceful movement, poise and elegance that became hallmarks of her public image. Beyond the arts, Diana possessed a natural affinity for children and found immense joy in caring for them. After leaving school, she worked as a nursery school assistant at the Young England Kindergarten in Pimlico, London. This experience proved to be deeply fulfilling, allowing her to nurture and educate young children, while demonstrating her innate patience, kindness, and playful nature. Her time at the kindergarten solidified her desire to work with children and those in need, foreshadowing her later dedication to humanitarian causes and her role as a compassionate advocate for the vulnerable. A whirlwind romance under scrutiny, the illusion of a fairy tale. The courtship and engagement of Lady Diana Spencer and Prince Charles captivated the world, becoming a media sensation fueled by romanticized narratives and public fascination with the future of the British monarchy. However, beneath the surface of this whirlwind romance lay complex dynamics, immense pressures, and fundamental differences that would ultimately cast a long shadow over their relationship. Diana and Charles inhabited similar social circles, their families connected through their aristocratic backgrounds and shared ties to the royal family. Their initial encounters were brief, occurring within the context of social gatherings and family events. However, a significant age gap existed between them, with Charles being 12 years older than Diana. This age difference, coupled with their contrasting personalities, Diana's youthful exuberance against Charles's reserved nature, hinted at potential challenges in their compatibility. From the moment rumors of their romance surfaced, the couple was thrust into the glare of the media spotlight. Paparazzi relentlessly pursued them, and their every move became a subject of public fascination and speculation. This intense scrutiny added immense pressure to their burgeoning relationship, making it difficult to develop a genuine connection away from prying eyes. As the heir to the throne, Charles faced the weight of royal expectations and the pressure to choose a suitable bride who would conform to the mold of a future queen. Diana, with her aristocratic lineage, youth and captivating beauty, seemed to fulfill these expectations, both for the royal family and the public. However, at the age of 19, Diana was relatively inexperienced and unprepared for the demands of royal life and the intense scrutiny that came with it. She entered the relationship with a sense of naivety and idealism, unaware of the complexities and challenges that lay ahead. The courtship itself was relatively brief, with Charles often away on royal duties or personal pursuits. Their limited time together made it difficult to establish a deep and meaningful connection, hindering the development of a strong foundation for their relationship. Additionally, an inherent power imbalance existed, with Charles as the future king and Diana as the young, inexperienced bride-to-be. This power dynamic contributed to Diana's feelings of isolation and vulnerability within the royal family, where she often felt like an outsider struggling to find her place. The public perception of their romance as a fairy tale often clashed with the reality of their relationship. The pressures, expectations, and underlying tensions were masked by a carefully curated image of happiness and harmony. Diana later spoke of the pressure to conform to expectations, stating, "I felt compelled to perform. Well, when I say perform, I was compelled to go out and do my engagements and not let people down and support them and love them." If you like this video, please leave a number 9 in the comments below. A fairy tale facade, the royal wedding and the unraveling of a marriage. The wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer in 1981 was a global spectacle, captivating millions around the world and hailed as a fairy tale come true. The public fascination with the young, beautiful princess and the heir to the British throne seemed to breathe new life into the monarchy. However, beneath the surface of this meticulously crafted image, cracks soon began to appear, revealing the challenges and tensions that lay at the heart of their union. The wedding, held at St. Paul's Cathedral, was a breathtaking display of pomp and pageantry, watched by an estimated 750 million people worldwide. It became one of the most viewed events in television history, solidifying the image of a fairy tale romance, with Diana's iconic wedding gown and the sheer grandeur of the ceremony. Diana, with her youth, beauty, and charisma, instantly captured the public's imagination. She became a fashion icon and a symbol of hope and modernity for the monarchy. Her every move was followed with fascination, and she quickly became one of the most photographed women in the world. In the early days of their marriage, Charles and Diana did experience moments of happiness and connection. They embarked on royal tours, engaged in public duties, and welcomed their sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, into the world. However, these moments were fleeting, overshadowed by the unresolved issues that had been present since their courtship. Diana struggled to adapt to the rigid protocols and expectations of royal life. She felt isolated and unsupported within the confines of the royal household, yearning for genuine connection and emotional expression. The lack of privacy and the constant media scrutiny added to her feelings of isolation and vulnerability. Over time, the differences in their personalities and interests became increasingly apparent. Charles preferred solitary pursuits and intellectual discussions, while Diana thrived on social interaction and emotional connection. This fundamental incompatibility, coupled with the pressures of their royal roles, led to a growing emotional distance between them. Diana's unhappiness within the marriage manifested in bulimia and mental health struggles, highlighting the immense emotional toll of her situation. "I was crying out for help but giving the wrong signals, and people were using my bulimia as a coat on a hanger," she said. They decided that was the problem. Diana was unstable. As she later revealed, her wedding day was far from the fairy tale it appeared to be. "I felt like a lamb to the slaughter." A mother's love, Diana's enduring bond with William and Harry. Diana's role as a mother was perhaps the most defining and fulfilling aspect of her life. She showered her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, with an abundance of love, affection, and a sense of normalcy that contrasted sharply with the traditional upbringing of previous royal generations. Her approach to parenting was marked by a deep emotional connection, a desire to provide them with a grounded perspective, and a dedication to preparing them for their future roles within the monarchy, all while creating a loving and supportive environment where laughter and joy were paramount. Breaking away from the more distant and formal parenting style often observed within the royal family, Diana embraced a hands-on approach. She was actively involved in every aspect of her sons' daily lives, from school runs and bedtime stories to family outings and holidays. Diana strived to provide William and Harry with a sense of normalcy amidst the extraordinary circumstances of their royal lives. She took them on outings to amusement parks, fast food restaurants, and even homeless shelters, exposing them to a world beyond the confines of palace walls and fostering an understanding of the diverse realities of life. Open communication and emotional support were cornerstones of Diana's parenting philosophy. She created a space where her sons felt comfortable expressing their emotions and concerns, offering unwavering support and becoming their confidant and source of strength. This emphasis on emotional intelligence and open dialogue laid the foundation for a close and trusting relationship between Diana and her sons. While providing a sense of normalcy, Diana also recognized the importance of preparing William and Harry for their future roles within the monarchy. She instilled in them an understanding of their royal responsibilities and the expectations that came with their positions. Gradually introducing them to public life, Diana took her sons on royal engagements, allowing them to experience interactions with the public and the media firsthand. Throughout their upbringing, Diana emphasized the importance of compassion and service to others. She encouraged her sons to use their platform for good and to connect with people from all walks of life, instilling in them the values of empathy, kindness, and a commitment to making a positive impact on the world. Beyond her role as a guiding force and mentor, Diana shared a playful and affectionate relationship with William and Harry. They engaged in physical activities together, shared jokes and laughter, and created countless special memories, from family holidays to attending football matches and concerts. Above all, Diana's love for her sons was unconditional. She provided them with a sense of security, belonging, and unwavering support throughout their lives, creating an enduring bond that continues to inspire and guide them. Prince William fondly reflected on his mother's approach to parenting, saying, "She was very informal and really enjoyed the laughter and the fun. She understood that there was a real life outside of palace walls." Diana herself expressed the depth of her love for her sons, stating, "I live for my sons. I would be lost without them. She also emphasized her desire to create a loving and supportive family environment, saying, "I want to bring them up with security. I hug my children to death and get into bed with them at night. I always feed them love and affection. It's so important." The fairy tale shatters, a royal marriage unraveling. The breakdown of the marriage between Prince Charles and Princess Diana was a gradual and painful process, unfolding in the public eye amidst intense media scrutiny and speculation. The underlying issues, present from the very beginning, eventually became insurmountable, leading to their separation and ultimately divorce. This highly publicized unraveling not only marked the end of a royal fairy tale, but also exposed the vulnerabilities within the institution and forever altered the public's perception of the monarchy. One of the most significant factors contributing to the breakdown was Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles. This infidelity was a constant source of pain and resentment for Diana, creating a deep rift of mistrust and unhappiness within the marriage. As Diana poignantly stated, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Beyond the issue of infidelity, the fundamental differences in Charles and Diana's personalities and interests became increasingly evident over time. Charles's reserved nature and preference for intellectual pursuits clashed with Diana's outgoing personality and desire for emotional connection. This incompatibility made it difficult for them to find common ground and build a fulfilling relationship. Diana also struggled to adapt to the constraints and expectations of royal life. She felt isolated and unsupported within the confines of the royal household, yearning for genuine connection and a sense of purpose beyond her royal duties. Her difficulty navigating the rigid protocols and the constant scrutiny of the media further contributed to her unhappiness and feelings of disillusionment. The relentless media attention and public pressure placed an immense strain on the couple, making it difficult to address their problems privately. Every aspect of their relationship was scrutinized and analyzed, exacerbating existing tensions and making reconciliation seem increasingly impossible. In 1992, Prime Minister John Major made the official announcement of Charles and Diana's separation, acknowledging the irretrievable breakdown of their marriage. This public declaration triggered a media frenzy, with intense speculation about the reasons behind the split and a blame game that played out in the press. Both Charles and Diana participated in interviews and media appearances, presenting their perspectives on the failed marriage and further fueling public fascination with their personal lives. The separation and subsequent divorce had a profound impact on the public image of the royal family. It challenged the perception of stability and tradition that had long been associated with the monarchy, raising questions about its relevance and future in a changing world. Despite the controversy surrounding her separation and divorce, Diana's popularity remained remarkably high. She continued her charitable work and emerged as an independent and influential figure, further distancing herself from the royal family and forging her own path. If you like this video, please leave a number 9 in the comments below. Without the protection of royal security, Diana became even more susceptible to the relentless pursuit of the paparazzi. Photographers followed her every move, making it nearly impossible for her to maintain any semblance of privacy, and often leading to dangerous situations. The media scrutiny intensified after the divorce as paparazzi sought to capture every aspect of Diana's life, from her romantic relationships to her private moments with her sons. This constant intrusion took a toll on her mental and emotional well-being, contributing to feelings of anxiety and paranoia. Navigating life without the support system and infrastructure of the royal household presented logistical and practical challenges for Diana. She had to establish her own security arrangements and manage her public appearances and charitable work independently. Despite these obstacles, she demonstrated remarkable resilience and determination, adapting to her new life outside the royal family while remaining a devoted mother to her sons. Public interest in Diana's life remained high, and the media fueled speculation about her relationships, activities, and future plans. This constant attention made it difficult for her to escape the spotlight and find moments of peace and privacy. Her attempts to find happiness in new relationships were often complicated by the media scrutiny and the public's fascination with her personal life. Despite the challenges and intrusions, Diana skillfully managed her public image, using her platform to advocate for important causes and connect with people around the world. She remained a beloved and influential figure, demonstrating her strength and resilience in the face of adversity. Diana's post-divorce life was undeniably marked by significant challenges and a heightened sense of vulnerability. The loss of her royal title and security detail, coupled with the intensified media scrutiny, created a difficult and often stressful environment. However, she faced these obstacles with grace and determination, continuing her humanitarian work, maintaining her connection with the public and ultimately solidifying her legacy as a beloved and influential figure who transcended the limitations of her royal past. Untold truth: Diana and Dodi's mysterious journey beyond the crown. Following the turmoil of her royal life and subsequent divorce, Diana embarked on a quest for personal fulfillment and happiness. She sought companionship and love in new relationships, most notably with Dodi Fayed, while also dedicating herself to her charitable work and her role as a mother. This period marked a time of self-discovery and a pursuit of joy outside the confines of royal expectations and public scrutiny. After the breakdown of her marriage, Diana longed for a fresh start and an opportunity to find love and happiness away from the constraints of the royal family. She dated several men in the years following her divorce, seeking companionship and emotional connection. However, her relationships were often subject to intense media scrutiny, making it challenging to maintain privacy and normalcy. Despite these challenges, Diana remained determined to find love and build a life filled with joy and fulfillment. In the summer of 1997, Diana began a relationship with Dodi Fayed, the son of Egyptian billionaire Mohammed Al Fayed. Their whirlwind romance captivated the public's attention as they vacationed together in the Mediterranean and spent time with Diana's sons, William and Harry. Diana seemed to find solace and joy in her relationship with Dodi. He provided her with a sense of security, adventure, and escape from the pressures of her public life. However, did Princess Diana really give her whole heart to the man who had only been by her side for a short time? Was it a passionate love or just a fleeting pleasure? In mid-July 1997, Princess Diana accepted an invitation from billionaire Mohammed Al Fayed to vacation at his luxurious villa in Saint-Tropez, southeastern France. Al Fayed was a friend of Princess Diana's father, Earl Spencer. At that time, Diana brought her two sons, William and Harry, along on the trip. Additionally, Dodi Fayed, the 42-year-old son of billionaire Al Fayed, was also present. At that time, Dodi was known as a charming playboy with a masculine appearance and a luxurious lifestyle. Tycoon Dodi made an effort to win Diana's heart and wanted to gain the favor of the most famous woman in the world at the time. He rented a private disco floor for Harry and William to have fun for 2 nights. Dodi also frequently gave gifts to Princess Diana to express his sincerity, and soon after, the two began dating. The shared photos in the media show that Diana looked completely comfortable and relaxed during her vacation in Saint-Tropez. At that time, she had officially divorced Prince Charles almost a year earlier. On August 10th of that year, intimate photos of Diana and her boyfriend Dodi Fayed, taken by Italian photographer Mario Brenner, were published in newspapers. Notably, the photo "The Kiss," capturing the moment when the English princess and her lover embraced and kissed, was sold for £1 million. The pretend love script? In early 2021, the British media reported on an employee who worked on the yacht where Princess Diana and her billionaire boyfriend vacationed, claiming that there was no evidence of a romantic relationship between them. The employee claimed that the intimate gestures Princess Diana showed to Dodi were only displayed in front of camera lenses. In private, Dodi even called Diana Madam, ma'am. Although many news outlets captured intimate moments from their trips and nights out together, the employee insisted it was all just pretend. Journalist Paul McMullen, who was sent to follow and update news on Diana and Dodi Fayed's summer 1997 trip, revealed that a crew member on the yacht told him about the behavior between Diana and Dodi when they were alone. They didn't share a bed. He even respectfully called the princess ma'am. But as soon as they stepped out to wave to the paparazzi, she would lean over, kiss and hug Dodi. Journalist Paul recounted the crew member's story. In 2017, Michael Gibbons, who was Princess Diana's close personal secretary, also revealed that the relationship between Diana and Dodi was not a genuine love. Diana just wanted to spend a less lonely summer on the billionaire's yacht. Michael Gibbons believed that the relationship would eventually break down. As a close acquaintance of the princess, Gibbons did not believe that the couple had gone shopping for an engagement ring to prepare for marriage. According to Gibbons, enjoying a vacation on Dodi's yacht was simply Diana's way of building a new life and moving on from her past. Other sources claimed that Princess Diana only wanted to play a love script to cover up her heartache after her relationship with British-Pakistani doctor Hasnat Khan failed. Lucia Fletcher de Lima, a close friend of Princess Diana, confirmed that she did not love Dodi Fayed, but was obsessed with Hasnat Khan, a cardiothoracic surgeon who had a romantic relationship with the English Rose from 1995 to 1997. Diana's intimacy with Dodi may have been to make her former lover, Hasnat Khan, jealous. Journalist Sarah Ellison revealed in Vanity Fair Diana loved Hasnat Khan and wanted to marry him, even wanting to live in Pakistan. However, the two did not end up together. After their breakup, Princess Diana met Dodi, the man with whom she shared her final breath, but not the one she loved the most. Regardless of the truth, it can be seen that until the end of her life, Princess Diana could not have a fulfilling marriage beside the one she loved. How sad. A legacy of love and loss. Diana's enduring impact on the world. The tragic death of Princess Diana in a car crash in Paris on August 31, 1997, sent shockwaves around the world, triggering an unprecedented outpouring of grief and public mourning. Diana, along with Dodi Fayed and their driver Henri Paul, were killed in a car crash in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris while being pursued by paparazzi. The accident sparked immediate and widespread shock and disbelief as people around the world struggled to come to terms with the sudden loss of the people's princess. A wave of grief and mourning swept across the globe, with people expressing their sorrow and paying tribute to Diana's life and legacy. Flowers, cards, and messages flooded Kensington Palace and other locations associated with the princess, creating makeshift memorials that served as testaments to the profound impact she had on countless lives. Diana's death prompted a period of reflection and introspection for the public, with many questioning the role of the media, the nature of celebrity, and the impact of intrusive paparazzi culture. The tragedy highlighted the dark side of fame and the relentless pursuit of sensationalism that ultimately contributed to her untimely demise. At Diana's funeral, her brother Earl Spencer delivered a powerful and scathing critique of the media and the royal family's treatment of Diana. He vowed to protect William and Harry from similar experiences and ensure that they would be able to sing openly as their mother would have wanted. The speech highlighted the existing tensions between the Spencer family and the royal family regarding Diana's legacy and the upbringing of her sons, while also resonating deeply with the public who shared concerns about the pressures and scrutiny faced by Diana and the need to protect her sons. Diana's funeral was a global event, watched by billions of people worldwide. The procession through the streets of London was lined with mourners, and the service at Westminster Abbey was a poignant and emotional tribute to her life. People around the world commemorated Diana in various ways, from creating makeshift memorials to organizing charity events in her honor. Her death sparked a global conversation about her impact and the causes she championed, solidifying her legacy as a symbol of compassion, empathy, and humanitarianism. Numerous memorials and initiatives were established in Diana's memory, including the Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Fountain in Hyde Park, and the Diana Award, which recognizes young people who make a positive impact in their communities. These tributes serve as lasting reminders of her dedication to service and her enduring influence on the world. The Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Fund was established shortly after her death to continue her humanitarian work and support the causes she cared about. The fund has raised millions of dollars and supported a wide range of projects related to HIV/AIDS, landmine removal, children's welfare, and other critical issues. The fund's ongoing work ensures that Diana's legacy of compassion and service continues to make a positive impact on the world. Diana's influence on the public perception of the monarchy continues to be felt today. Diana's life and legacy continue to inspire people around the world with her compassion, courage, and dedication to making a difference. She remains a beloved figure whose impact transcends time and continues to shape the world we live in today. And there you have it, the untold truth of Diana and Dodi's mysterious journey beyond the crown. A tale of love, loss, and legacy that continues to captivate the world. But what do you think? Was their love real? Or was it just a fleeting moment in the spotlight? We want to hear from you. If you believe in Diana and Dodi's love, comment yes. If you don't, comment no. Let's get the conversation started. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to stay updated with more fascinating stories like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Iconic Remember, history is filled with iconic moments, and we are here to bring them to you. So stay tuned, and until next time, keep exploring the untold truths. At 71, George Strait confesses she was the love of his life.
Well, I'd just like to say to all my fans out there who supported me for all these years, come to my shows, bought my records, requested my songs on the radio. Thank you so much.
Step into the world of George Strait, a titan in the realm of country music. His melodies have touched hearts worldwide, but there's a story yet untold. At 71, he's ready to lift the veil on a secret that has been kept for decades. A tale of a woman, his muse, his true love, who played an instrumental role in his journey to stardom. Prepare to be captivated as we unravel the truth behind the legend. Stay tuned for a revelation that will redefine what you know about George Strait. Born on May 18, 1952 in Poteet, Texas, George Strait's early life was rooted in Pearsall, Texas, under the care of his parents, John Byron Strait Sr. and Doris Jean Kerr. His father, a junior high math teacher and ranch owner, was instrumental in George's upbringing, especially after his parents separated and his mother left with his sister Pensy. Despite the family divide, George, alongside his father and brother Buddy, dedicated many hours to working on their ranch. During his time at Pearsall High School, George discovered his passion for music. Initially a member of a rock and roll group named the Stoics, he was heavily influenced by the Beatles and other rock bands of the era. Yet over time, George's musical preferences transitioned to country, influenced by legends like Hank Thompson, Lefty Frizzell, and Merle Haggard. Interestingly, George's affection for country music didn't emerge from his early years. Rather, it was the live country performances, a staple in Texas towns, that ignited his love for the genre. Before we delve into George Strait's personal story, let's focus on Norma Voss, his lifelong companion. Born in 1954 in the small town of Pearsall, not much is widely known about her upbringing. What is known is that her early life led her to cross paths with George at Pearsall High School. Although they initially weren't close, a single date set the stage for their future together. After realizing he missed her presence, George asked Norma out again, marking the start of their enduring relationship. In a heartfelt admission on a country radio interview, George shared that Norma was his first true love, standing by him in both triumphant and trying times. She's been the muse behind some of his music, a fact George holds close to his heart. After high school, George and Norma took a significant step by eloping to Mexico for marriage on December 4th, 1971. This bold move came right before George enlisted in the US Army, which put a temporary hold on their newlywed life. Stationed at Schofield Barracks in Hawaii with the 25th Infantry Division, he didn't let his musical dreams fade, joining the Army-sponsored band Rambling Country and performing as Santee off base. In 1972, while still in Hawaii, George and Norma welcomed their daughter Jennifer, expanding their family. George's commitment to his country, serving from 1971 to 1975 and achieving the rank of corporal, paralleled his commitment to his education and personal development. Following his honorable discharge from the Army in 1975, George Strait pursued higher education at Southwest Texas State University, now recognized as Texas State University, in San Marcos, where he obtained a degree in agriculture. Even with his rise to stardom, Strait maintained a strong connection to his alma mater. highlighted by his receipt of an honorary doctoral degree from Texas State University in 2006. Additionally, in 1985, he founded an endowment fund to aid the Freeman Ranch in his agricultural, land and wildlife management endeavors, as well as to provide scholarships. George's decision to veer away from a military career in favor of music can be attributed to his profound passion for the art form and possibly a yearning to explore his aspirations beyond military life. His affinity for music became apparent during his university years, leading him to join a country band named Stony Ridge. Seizing the opportunity to lead, George quickly became the frontman after suggesting a new name for the group, the Ace in the Hole Band. Starting on a modest scale, they performed in local Texas bars and honky-tonks. Despite facing early challenges, George's determination saw the band's popularity increase, catching the attention of established acts such as the Texas Playboys. Although their initial recordings didn't hit the mark, George remained undeterred. Balancing work on his family's cattle ranch with his musical ambitions, he continued to perform with his band, undaunted by the lack of industry connections. In time, George formed a pivotal friendship with Irv Woolsey, who managed a bar where George's band played. Woolsey, with his background in the music industry, opened a door for George that would significantly impact his career. He persuaded Nashville insiders to give Strait's performance a look. While impressed by what they witnessed, they hesitated to sign a deal, uncertain of the commercial viability of their traditional country sound. Facing rejection from Nashville's record labels, George considered stepping away from music altogether, even taking up work designing cattle pens. It was a moment of doubt that could have marked the end of his musical aspirations. However, at the urging of his wife Norma, George decided to give his music career another year's effort. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Turning to George's personal life, he and his high school love Norma eloped to Mexico in December 1971, later hosting a smaller ceremony in Texas due to their parents' disapproval. The couple welcomed 2 children, Jennifer in 1972 and George Harvey Strait Jr., affectionately called Bubba, in 1981, as George's career began to flourish. Tragically, their daughter Jennifer passed away at the age of 13 in a car accident in 1986, a heartbreaking event that profoundly affected George and led him to retreat from public engagements for many years. The accident, caused by speeding, resulted in vehicular homicide charges against the 18-year-old driver, Gregory Wilson Allen. Jennifer, not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected from the car and died at the scene. The profound impact of this loss caused George to withdraw from the media spotlight. "I just shut down. I didn't want to talk about it, so I stopped doing interviews." Amid his sorrow, George Strait pressed on with his musical career, achieving a remarkable series of 11 straight #1 hits. In a heartfelt tribute to Jennifer, the Strait family established the Jennifer Lynn Strait Foundation, dedicating its efforts to supporting children's charities in San Antonio. Tragedy struck again on April 10, 2009, when George's older brother, John Byron Strait, passed away suddenly at 58, a victim of methadone toxicity compounded by heart disease as determined by the medical examiner. George Strait's journey to stardom was filled with challenges. Encouraged by his wife to not give up, George's resolve led to a pivotal moment in 1981, when he secured a deal with MCA Records, initially for just a single song. This agreement, contingent on the song's success, could lead to an album offer. The Ace in the Hole Band, George's loyal companions, supported him throughout, backing him up in live performances and during his transition to a solo career. George's debut single with MCA, Unwound, released in 1981, became an instant success, climbing to the 6th spot on the country charts and featuring on his debut album, Straight Country. This success led to an extended contract with MCA, propelling his music career forward. Despite pressures to alter his appearance for broader appeal, George, supported by his manager Woolsey, resisted changes to his authentic image, a decision that resonated well with fans and critics alike. Straight Country was met with acclaim, hailed for reviving traditional country music at a time when pop-infused country was the norm. George Strait's subsequent releases over the next decade each surpassed 1 million sales, cementing his status in country music. Following Straight Country, George released Straight from the Heart, in 1982, featuring Foolhardy Memory, his first #1 country hit, marking a series of achievements in his career. Marking his 30th anniversary in the music industry, George Strait introduced It Just Comes Natural, an album comprising 15 fresh tracks, 2 of which were the result of collaborations with Dean Dillon, a close friend and seasoned songwriter. People magazine awarded the album 4 stars, lauding Strait's enduring authenticity in the country genre. Even after decades in the music scene, Strait continued to impress, releasing Wrapped in 2007, which soared to the top of the country charts as his 55th #1 hit. The following year, Troubadour further solidified his status, winning a Grammy for Best Country Album. A highlight came in April 2009, when the Academy of Country Music recognized Strait's monumental impact on the genre by awarding him Artist of the Decade, a moment made even more memorable with Garth Brooks presenting the accolade. By 2010, Billboard celebrated Strait as the premier country artist of the previous 25 years. His album, Here for a Good Time, released in September 2011, added 2 more #1 singles to his name, pushing his total to 59 hits. Despite his immense success, Strait announced his touring retirement following the Cowboy Rides Away tour in 2012, coinciding with the release of Love Is Everything in 2013. Amid the tour, he clinched his 3rd Best Entertainer award from the Country Music Association. In 2015, he unveiled Cold Beer Conversation, his 29th studio album, and began a series of regular performances in Las Vegas in 2016. Billboard bestowed the Legend of Live Award upon Strait in November 2013, recognizing his significant contributions to live music. In 2016, he joined a select group of artists for Forever Country, a track commemorating the CMA Awards' 50th anniversary, showcasing the breadth and influence of his illustrious career. George Strait ventured into the beverage industry with the release of Código, a track inspired by a tequila brand he invested in during 2018. A key to Strait's enduring appeal lies in his blend of authentic Texan sounds with heartfelt ballads. His versatility extended to the silver screen in 1992 with his role in Pure Country, portraying Dusty, a disillusioned country singer rebelling against the industry's constraints. Initially hesitant, Strait was persuaded to accept the film role by producer Jerry Weintraub and Colonel Tom Parker, the legendary manager of Elvis Presley. Agreeing to the part after script revisions, Strait and his co-star, Isabel Glasser, opted to convey romance through gestures rather than on-screen kisses, adding a personal touch to their performances. Pure Country not only solidified Strait's fame, but also emerged as a beloved home video of the 1990s. Beyond singing and acting, Strait excels in team roping, a competitive rodeo event showcasing his multifaceted talents. His unexpected debut at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in 1983 set the stage for regular appearances, enthralling over 1 million fans across more than 2 decades. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. George Strait Jr., following in his father's footsteps, became a proficient team roper and inspired George Strait to blend his musical journey with family ties, especially in songwriting collaborations with his son, George Bubba Strait Jr., on the Twang album. Maintaining his classic country persona and cowboy aesthetics, Strait has been a steadfast icon in the genre, celebrated for his traditional attire and commitment to the Western lifestyle, including hosting the George Strait Team Roping Classic. At the heart of Strait's life is his relationship with his wife Norma, a constant source of support and inspiration throughout their journey together. Their connection is often highlighted by Strait on social media, celebrating their milestones and sharing moments from their life, like their 50th anniversary serenade in Las Vegas, capturing the depth of their bond. Norma's rare public appearances, including in the Código music video and special occasions like meeting President George H.W. Bush, underscores her integral role in Strait's life and career. During a heartfelt interview, George Strait reflected on the remarkable 41-year journey he's shared with Norma, acknowledging the unwavering support they've provided each other through every high and low. With Bubba having grown and pursued further education, Norma now frequently accompanies George on his tours, reflecting the enduring strength and joy of their relationship. They also revel in the joys of grandparenthood, with Booba and his wife Tamara welcoming George Harvey Strait III in 2012 and Gillian Louise Strait in 2016. A touching Mother's Day post by Tamara in May 2022 showcased the close-knit family. George, in a 2012 discussion with People magazine, shared his appreciation for living close to Bubba and Tamara in Texas, cherishing the abundant family time and the special bond with his grandson Harvey. However, the 2010s brought unforeseen challenges for George, notably a dip in his chart-topping streak, with his recent releases receiving less radio airplay. Despite the quality of albums like Cold Beer Conversation in 2015, his songs no longer climbed to the top 10 as they consistently had before. George openly expressed how confronting this shift was after decades of success in the music industry. As he embraces the later stages of his career, George savors the fruits of his labor, indulging in the luxury of flying to Las Vegas in his own plane and staying at the exclusive mansion at MGM. Throughout his illustrious career, George has predominantly offered solo tracks, leaving fans and collaborators alike hard-pressed to choose a favorite. Among his extensive discography, which boasts numerous hits from the late 80s and early 90s, George Strait's impact on country music extends far beyond his own discography. He set a trend among his peers, inspiring other artists like Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks to don cowboy hats, emblematic of the genre's traditional roots. With over 120 million records sold globally, Strait stands among the top-selling music artists of all time. His record-breaking achievement includes 33 platinum-certified albums by the RIAA, the highest for any music artist, along with 13 multi-platinum and 38 gold albums. As time has passed, Strait has shifted focus towards enjoying life's pleasures, including fishing and golfing, activities that also allow him to maintain his tan. He often escapes to sunny locales, such as the Bahamas and Mexico, embracing leisure alongside his enduring career. Throughout his years in the spotlight, George Strait has consistently released chart-topping hits without veering from his musical roots or taking extended breaks, a testament to his dedication and the key to his lasting appeal among fans. George Strait's journey through the realms of country music not only exemplifies unparalleled success, but also embodies the spirit of perseverance, dedication, and the power of authentic expression. From humble beginnings and navigating personal tragedies to achieving record-breaking milestones, Strait's career teaches us that staying true to one's roots and values can lead to enduring success. His unwavering commitment to his craft, despite industry pressures and personal challenges, highlights the importance of resilience and the impact of supportive relationships on achieving one's dreams. Strait's partnership with his wife Norma serves as a testament to the strength found in companionship, underscoring the role of unwavering support in overcoming obstacles and achieving greatness. Their journey together reminds us that behind every success, there is often a network of love and support that fuels the fire of ambition and perseverance. As we reflect on George Strait's illustrious career and the life lessons it offers, we invite you to join the conversation. What do you think of George Strait's legacy? Do you believe his achievements would have been the same without Norma's support by his side? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you agree that behind every great success is a foundation of support, simply comment yes to let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Iconic Inside for more inspiring stories and updates on your favorite artists. Your engagement helps us keep bringing content that celebrates the power of music and the stories behind the icons. Thank you for watching. And here's to finding inspiration in the journey of legends like George Strait. Have you heard what happened to Mama Cass? Have you heard what happened to Mama Cass? The voice that once soared across stages, hiding a world of secrets behind her captivating melodies. A star in the spotlight, yet shadowed by unrequited love, career missteps, and a battle with self-image that haunted her until her final note. One secret, so explosive, it was carried to her grave. The father of her child, unknown to all but one. The revelation, years later, sent shockwaves through those who thought they knew her best. This is the untold story of Cass Elliot, the breakout star of the Mamas and the Papas. A tale of triumph, tears, and a dangerous diet that fuels a myth persisting to this day. Stay tuned as we unravel the dramatic life of Mama Cass, a story that will leave you shocked. Ellen Naomi Cohen, born in Baltimore, Maryland, in September 1941 to Russian Jewish immigrants, faced financial struggles throughout her childhood. Despite these difficulties, her future seemed destined for greatness, characterized by a vibrant personality and immense talent. However, Cass battled personal demons from a young age, particularly with her weight and its accompanying social stigma. In high school, she thrived in a community that embraced and elevated her talents, fostering her love for theatre and audience performances. She adopted the stage name Cass Elliot, inspired by the renowned actress Peggy Cass and a deceased friend, which boosted her confidence on stage. Taking a bold step with this newfound self-assurance, Cass left high school to chase her acting dreams in New York. Broadway, however, proved unforgiving. After missing out on a role to the then unknown Barbra Streisand, Cass shifted her focus to singing, hoping it would spare her the heartbreak she experienced in theatre. Unfortunately, she discovered that the music industry could be just as cruel. Cass broke into the music scene and achieved moderate success by forming two bands from 1962 to 1964, the Big Three and subsequently the Mugwumps. It was during her time with the Mugwumps that she encountered Denny Doherty, a man she would passionately follow to the ends of the earth. However, an unexpected twist in her romantic life made her suddenly unavailable. Although deeply in love with Doherty, Cass ended up marrying another band member, James Hendrix, in 1963. Their marriage was merely a strategic move to prevent Hendrix from being drafted, lacking any real romantic foundation. Recognizing the marriage as a facade, Cass understood that her connection with Hendrix was strictly professional. Consequently, after 8 months, the Mugwumps disbanded and Cass ventured solo, hoping Doherty would join her. Instead, he became part of the New Journeymen, which included the married couple John and Michelle Phillips. Determined to be part of this new group, Cass faced personal and professional rejection. Doherty, influenced by her weight, had rejected her romantically but acknowledged her undeniable talent and knew she was vital for the New Journeymen. Yet John Phillips resisted her joining the band, citing publicly that her voice was too deep for his musical arrangements. Privately, however, he criticized her appearance much more harshly. Behind the scenes, Phillips voiced that Cass's weight made her unfit for the group, a statement that further shook her already fragile confidence. Cass lived in an era that idolized the slender figures epitomized by stars like Audrey Hepburn, making her feel out of place and undervalued. Despite John Phillips' continuous objections, her determination to join the New Journeymen and be close to Doherty was unwavering. Michelle Phillips recounted how Cass would doggedly follow the band, enduring treatment that was less than kind, being tasked with menial services and mocked with false promises of participation. But Cass's moment of vindication was on the horizon. The New Journeyman's penchant for prioritizing leisure and substance use over financial stability led to their downfall, and they found themselves in dire need, seeking refuge with Cass in their moment of desperation. Cass extended an offer they couldn't dismiss, acceptance into the band in Ikshang for shelter. This ultimatum forced John Phillips's hand, challenging his previous reservations about her suitability for the group. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment "OK" if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Yet, there's a peculiar twist to Cass's story of joining the band, one that diverges from the narrative of strategic necessity. Legend has it that during a trip to St. Thomas with the New Journeyman, an accident involving Cass and a falling pipe miraculously altered her vocal range to suit John Phillips's preference. This extraordinary account, while debated, adds a layer of fate to Cass's tumultuous journey into the band, contrasting sharply with the harsh realities of her struggle for acceptance and belonging. Years later, insiders close to the group disclosed that John Phillips was keen on keeping under wraps his discriminatory stance on Cass's weight from the public eye. Regardless of the underlying reasons, Cass secured her spot in the band, leading to the birth of the Mamas and the Papas after a stroke of late-night creativity. With Cass's contribution, the band soared to fame with chart toppers like California Dreamin' and Monday, Monday. However, her inclusion didn't shield her from internal mockery about her weight, which intensified rather than subsided. This ridicule was even embedded in the band's music, with lyrics pointedly targeting Cass's size, notably in Creek Alley, where they sang "No one's getting fat except Mama Cass," a line that, despite Cass's objections, cemented her widely recognized nickname. Cass's underlying motive for joining the Mamas and the Papas was driven by her unspoken affection for Denny Doherty. Her heartbreak was compounded when she discovered Doherty's romantic involvement with Michelle Phillips, her rival in love. Confronted with this betrayal, Cass expressed her sorrow and disbelief directly to Phillips, questioning why she would pursue Doherty, the one person Cass cherished above others. She lamented to Phillips, "You can have any man in the world. Why take the one man I love?" Despite Doherty's candid revelation about his affair, Cass clung to a glimmer of hope for his affection, a hope that remained even after a marriage proposal to Doherty went unanswered due to his intoxication. Her personal turmoil found an outlet in her music and a descent into substance use, leading to erratic behavior. In 1967, a trip to London prior to a band performance resulted in a scandalous encounter with the law for Cass. She was detained over a seemingly trivial accusation of stealing bed linens. But rumours suggested the authorities' real interest was linked to Pick Dawson, a figure rumoured to be both Cass's lover and drug supplier. The intention was to leverage the charges against Cass to apprehend Dawson. Despite spending a night in jail and the potential for serious legal repercussions, the charges were dropped due to insufficient evidence. This incident, however, tarnished the band's reputation and led to the cancellation of their anticipated London performance. Cass Elliott's tenure with the Mamas and the Papas wound down amidst heartache and demeaning lyrics, leaving her to ponder her next steps. Her rendition of "Dream a Little Dream of Me" marked a successful pivot to a solo career, signalling her departure from the group. Following the band's dissolution, Cass secured a lucrative opportunity to perform at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, a 3-week engagement that promised to catapult her to solo stardom. However, the anticipation of her Las Vegas debut brought with it an immense pressure to conform to slender beauty ideals, propelling Cass into an extreme crash diet. Over 7 months, she fasted for 4 days each week, resulting in a dramatic loss of a third of her body weight from her 300-pound frame. Yet, this drastic weight loss bore dire consequences for her health. In the lead-up to her Las Vegas premiere, Cass suffered a series of severe health issues, including acute tonsillitis, hemorrhaging vocal cords, mononucleosis, and hepatitis, all exacerbated by her rigorous diet. Her health woes left her woefully underprepared for her much-anticipated performance, despite the presence of luminaries such as Sammy Davis Jr., Jimi Hendrix, and Mia Farrow in the audience. On the night of her debut, Cass, weakened and ill, struggled through her set, her voice so faint it hardly carried. The expectation was for her to deliver 2 shows nightly, but after a brief intermission, her attempt at a comeback only led to a further decline in her performance quality. The audience's restlessness turned to outright disapproval, culminating in a mass exodus from the venue. The fallout was swift. Caesars Palace terminated her contract, and the subsequent media coverage was merciless. Newsweek's analogy likened her debut to the disastrous sinking of the Titanic, a stark indictment of her attempt to rise as a solo artist amidst personal and health challenges. In the midst of a spiraling depression triggered by her professional setbacks, Cass Elliot found solace and joy in the arrival of her daughter, Owen. The birth of Owen was a beacon of hope amidst the chaos of her personal and professional life. Cass dedicated herself to being an exceptional mother, fiercely protective over who got close to her child, even to the point of dismissing nannies she felt were too attached, determined to shield her daughter from the prying eyes of the public and media speculation. Cass maintained a tight lid on her personal life, refusing to disclose the identity of Owen's father, despite rampant media speculation and the swirl of rumours that accompanied her career. Cass's life in the limelight wasn't without its controversies, including the shocking association with Charles Manson and his followers. Allegedly, she had unwittingly hosted Manson at her famed Hollywood parties, a connection that cast a shadow over her reputation. Especially after Manson's heinous crimes came to light, John Phillips went as far as to unjustly accuse Cass of facilitating Manson's entry into their social circles, even implicating her in the tragic events that led to Sharon Tate's murder, allegations that were thankfully dismissed by the authorities. Despite the debacle of her Las Vegas performance, marking a significant setback in her solo career, Cass didn't retreat from the public eye. She carved out a niche for herself on television, starring in specials like the Mama Cass television program and Don't Call Me Mama Anymore. Yet beneath her continued professional endeavors lay a deeper yearning for a fulfilling romantic relationship, something that had eluded her throughout her tumultuous life. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. In 1971, Cass's search for love briefly found its match in Donald von Wiedmann, a journalist with noble lineage. The details of their meeting remain obscured, but their connection was instant, though not lasting. Their whirlwind romance led to a swift marriage, only to dissolve just as quickly within 2 months, epitomizing the fleeting and often heart-rending nature of Cass's quest for love and stability amidst the highs and lows of her extraordinary life. Cass Elliott's relentless pursuit of slimness through hazardous dieting finally took its toll in 1974. During a backstage moment at the Johnny Carson show, she experienced a sudden collapse, an alarming signal of her deteriorating health, which she lightly dismissed as a minor issue of exhaustion, attributing it to a drop in her blood sugar. Cass's nonchalance towards her health scare exemplified her tendency to underestimate the severity of her condition. Despite this scare, she continued her demanding schedule, completing a series of performances at the London Palladium, and then, without a moment's rest, partook in Mick Jagger's 31st birthday celebration in Chelsea. The pace and intensity of Cass's social and professional engagements did not wane as she attended a brunch in her honour the following day, hosted by Georgia Brown. It was evident to those around her that Cass was not in optimal health. Her frequent nose-blowing, coughing and difficulty breathing raised alarms among her friends. Yet her condition did not deter her from attending another gathering that evening, this time hosted by American entertainment journalist Jack Martin. Contrary to her vibrant and energetic persona, Cass appeared visibly unwell at Martin's party, igniting concern amongst attendees despite her assurances of merely feeling exhausted. This outing would mark her last public appearance. Cass's final moments unfolded in a rented apartment in Mayfair, property of Harry Nielsen, where the events took a tragic turn. The following day, when she failed to appear, her secretary, sensing something amiss, discovered her lifeless body, marking a sorrowful end to her life. Cass Elliot had succumbed to a heart attack at the tender age of 32, a fact that was soon overshadowed by the spread of a baseless and malicious rumour suggesting she had choked on a ham sandwich, exploiting her lifelong battle with weight issues as a subject of ridicule. This falsehood perpetuated a stigmatizing narrative about her death, overshadowing the true cause. Adding a chilling footnote to this tragedy, Keith Moon, the drummer for The Who, would meet his end in the same apartment 4 years later, also at the age of 32, further enveloping Cass's last residence in a macabre aura of infamy. Following her tragic death, Cass Elliott's daughter Owen was raised by Cass's younger sister Leah. The identity of Owen's father remained a closely guarded secret until Michelle Phillips revealed that he was Chuck Day, a talented guitarist who had played on the Mamas and the Papas' iconic tracks Monday, Monday and California Dreamin'. This revelation finally brought clarity to one of the lingering mysteries surrounding Cass's life. In a belated recognition of her contributions to music and popular culture, Cass was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in October 2022. The ceremony was a heartfelt tribute, attended by her family, friends, and Michelle Phillips, her former bandmate. This posthumous accolade underscored the immense talent and impact of Cass Elliot, whose career had often been overshadowed by the era's prevalent fat phobia. Despite facing degrading remarks and discrimination, Cass's legacy as a powerful voice and a seminal figure in music history remains undeniable. Cass Elliott's voice was a force of nature, characterized by its overwhelming presence and power. Her absence was profoundly felt during the Mamas and the Papas reunion at their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. Attempting to fill the void left by Cass, the band enlisted the help of 3 backing singers for their performance of California Dreamin', However, it was clear that Cass's unique and irreplaceable vocal prowess could not be replicated, highlighting the significant loss to music following her untimely passing. Cass Elliott's indelible mark on the world of music, marked by her extraordinary talent and resilience in the face of adversity, continues to be celebrated and remembered. In the tale of Cass Elliot, we find a story rich with lessons about resilience, the pursuit of passion, and the struggle against societal norms. Cass's journey from the streets of Baltimore to the heights of musical fame, despite facing personal and societal challenges, teaches us the importance of staying true to oneself and one's dreams no matter the obstacles. Her ability to forge a path in the face of adversity, from battling weight stigma to breaking barriers in the music industry, exemplifies the power of determination and self-belief. Cass Elliott's story also highlights the significance of embracing one's unique talents and characteristics, even when they deviate from societal expectations. Her legacy serves as a reminder that true talent and authenticity can eventually shine through despite initial rejection and criticism. Moreover, Cass's life encourages us to consider the impact of our words and actions on others. Her experience with fat shaming and the cruelty of the media underscores the need for empathy, kindness, and a more inclusive society that values individuals for their contributions rather than their appearance. As we reflect on Cass Elliott's extraordinary life and career, let's engage in a dialogue about overcoming personal challenges, the importance of pursuing one's passion, and the need for societal change. If you're a fan of Cass Elliot or her music has touched your life in some way, please comment with the letter C to share your admiration and stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe to iconicinside for more inspiring stories and discussions that delve deep into the lives of the icons who've shaped our world. Let's continue to explore, learn, and grow together. And grow.